Okay, hello guys, this is MarketFX, and today I'll be giving my projection on the USDJPY and GBPJPY pair, and also we'll be looking at the COT data to see what the institutional traders are doing. And do well to hang on to the video as I will give in a very nice strategy that really helps every trader. And if it's your first time viewing this channel, do well to subscribe and join the community of JPY. I trade JPY pair, I give JPY analysis, basically the USDJPY and the GBPJPY. So let's just give a short review on what we did last week, then we go for our top 10 analysis proper before we go to the COT data to see what the institutional traders have been doing, where they are stacking their position and where they are likely to head to. These guys are the one pushing the market, not us, so we need to keep track on what they are doing. So if you look on the 4 hour on the USDJPY, you can see that we have been on a range. We've been on a range here. The market has been ranging, right? Market has been ranging, and we'll be expecting, or we've been waiting for a breakout, right? Once we get a breakout, then we'll have a bias, and with the look of things, the buyers are the one really taking charge of this game, but still we don't have a breakout. We don't have the breakout yet. Until we get this break and retest, then that's where we're going for our long position, right? So let me clear the charts and give our projection for next week. Next week is gonna be mad, guys. So let's clear the charts. So this is a clean chart. So let's start from our weekly. So on the weekly, let's map out our zones as usual to see where we have our best zones where the market would likely react to. And we have this zone right here. Okay. And we also have this zone. These are zones that the market has been reacting to, and the market is currently reacting at this point right here, and get a push to this zone. It is something that could happen, but we should look at what the institutional traders are doing before we make our conclusions on anything, right? So these are the zones. So let's drop down to the daily time frame. So on the daily, what are we seeing on the daily time frame? Okay, we have this zone right here, this beautiful zone. I have this beautiful zone right here, and this would be the next zone the market would want to get to after it breaks that resistance or get out of that range. So let's drop down to 4 hour. Okay, before we do any analysis on the 4 hour, let's go to the COT data to see what the institutional traders are doing. Okay, I just saw something just popped out, and it seems that the COT data or the reports were not released, just like you can see here. You can see that the COT data reports are delayed this week due to the US holiday, right? And the reports are scheduled to be released on the 23rd, right, which is next tomorrow. So if you look, you see that the COT data, you see that institutional traders are shifting, right? Though we don't have the recent orders or the recent orders, but we can see that these guys have been moving from the long side to the short side, right? They have been moving their long position, they are closing their long position and opening short position, and this is weakening the JPY, and this is a possible buying opportunity for USDJPY and other JPY pairs, right? But on the pound, you can see that the pound is very strong. That's why I was really interested in the pound for my buy in the pound, because of I have seen a lot of buying on the pound, right, making the pound very strong, and are closing a lot of their short position. This is making the pound very strong. Back to the charts, what are we seeing on the JPY? Okay, we've seen recent push from the buyers on the JPY, and it is signaling a possible break, right? Like, okay, the market could break. It's not telling us the market is going to break. We need to see the break before you say the market has broken. We don't do guesswork in trading. We trade what we see, not what we think or feel. What you see is what you trade, not what you think or what you feel. You need to see the break happen first before you say, okay, there's a break. Without that, believe me, the market is likely to do anything it wants to do. So with what I'm seeing here, we say we are getting a possible break, and if we have that break, we want to see a breakout for a day, right? Then we need a retest before we can say we want to go to the upside to this our next target, this zone right here. So basically, this is what I am saying the market wants to do, or we could get something very nice. We see a very nice push, give us the break of this structure right here, because this is the structure that created this high, give us a break, a retest, then the market trends down. This is possible to happen, right? Always follow market structure. This is what I always say: follow market structure and you will never be wrong with your trade. So basically, this is what I'm expecting the market to give me for the USDJPY, right? I want to see a break. The market give us this break right here. On the retest of the break, this is where I want to go long to get to this zone, right? And also, if the market did not give us that, I will want to see a change of character, right? The market gives us a change of character. Then on the retest, either a fair value gap, another block, supply zone, then this will be an entry for me to go short to this zone. Basically, this is what I'm expecting the market to give me for this coming week. This is basically two things I'm saying the market would want to do. So I'll be going for a long position if we get that break to this zone. Make it a 1:3. Okay, nice. This is the one. Nice 1:3 trade. Very, very, very nice. So this is basically what I'm seeing or expecting the market to give us. We need to see that break. If the market does not give us that break, then we'll be expecting a change of character before we talk about going for a sell, right? So this is basically what I'm anticipating the market to give us. We're targeting this low right here. Make it a 1:3. Very nice. So basically, this is what I'm expecting the market to give me for the USDJPY. So let's head to the GBPJPY to see what we have on the GJ. So on the GJ, what I was seeing, just like we analyzed last week, we're expecting either the market give us a break or a shift, then a continuation to the downside to that trend line, right? This is what we anticipated, and the market actually did do a top-down analysis and do well to hold on, because of I'll be talking about a very nice strategy that you can implement on your day-to-day trading, guys. So starting on the weekly, let's clear the charts. So starting from the weekly, what are we seeing? What I was seeing on our weekly time frame, right? I would say I'm seeing a trend line that just got broken, right? I'm seeing this zone right here. Now we use these tools to kind of understand the market behavior. These are people in the market. Yeah, everybody is in the market, so you need to know what everybody is doing and the behavior. And how we know the behavior of what everybody is doing is by using these lines to kind of identify patterns, right? Identify patterns that we know that has been holding for a couple of times, and this is a wedge or a channel. The market is currently on a channel, and we can see, or we could see something like this, a push down, or we get this break, then a continuation, right? This is something that is possible to happen. And for the zones, let's mark up our zones. We have this zone right here, right? We have this wonderful zone right here, which the market is kind of heading to, and we have this nice support. This support has been for a very, very, very long time, right? Let me just draw it from here. This support has been for a very long time. Okay, right, so let's drop down to the daily time frame to see what we have on the daily. So on the daily time frame, we are still on that channel, right? And we are also on a very strong resistance zone. So we can still see a push or a break. This is the two things I'm anticipating the market to give me for the GBPJPY. Either the market gives us that break or give us a push back down. But with the market behavior, what the market has been doing, we have been seeing a lot of bullish sense, right? A bullish sensation have always been present in the GBPJPY. Just like I see, you can see a rising channel, right? This is a very strong bullish indication, and we are expecting the market to break out, retest, then get to this zone. This is our mark, or this is our target. That zone is where we want to see a break, retest, then a continuation. Just like I said, if we get a break, we need a daily candle to break above and close above that zone, right? Just like last week, it gave us an attempt, really did not close above that zone. That's where I knew that was a fake breakout, right? And we need to see a close. We need to see a candle close above that zone. Then we're waiting for our retest. So let's drop down to the 4 hour to see what we have. We'll have a more precise entry. So looking on the 4 hour, you can see that we are still on a rising channel, right? Now I'll say my sell bias on the JPY is very, very slim, right? I have a very slim sell bias on the JPY, on the GBPJPY, because of what I'm seeing from what the institutional traders are doing. So even if we get a sell, we still might not still break this trend line, right? We'll still get a bounce to get that possible break. This is basically what I'm anticipating on what I'm seeing the market will want to give us for the GBPJPY. The buyers are strong, but we should not rely. We could still be flexible on our expectation, and we have to be rigid on our rules. So the rules is what keeps us in the game. So this is basically what I'm anticipating. Just like I said, I want to see a break and a day closure right above that zone, telling us from the institutional trader or the institutional perspective, these guys are now shifting, or they have shifted to want to go long, right? So on the retest of that zone, this is where I'll be going for my long. This is just the thing I'm anticipating the market to give me. If the market really not give me that, I'll be seeing, or I'll be waiting to market to give me a shift, though I will not really want to trade a sell right now for the GBPJPY, because of we are on a very crucial zone, right? Yes, we're on a very strong resistance zone and we could see a sell, but also we are seeing a very nice pattern that always plays out, which is called the rising or the ascending triangle. The only place I'll say we'll get a very nice opportunity for a sell is when we get a break right here. The market comes, instead of bouncing off this trend line, then it breaks. Then this is where we'll be getting a much better risk to reward, holding the position for a very long time. So basically, this is what I'm anticipating, or this is what I'm seeing the market to give me for this coming week, guys. And just like I said, I will be giving a strategy. So if you think, or you know what the strategy is, go to the comment section and tell me what you think. And the strategy is really simple. It's something that works 100% of the time. Let's say 100%. I'll say 90% of the time. If you do it very well, it will work for you. And that strategy is patience, right? Patience is not just a virtue in trading; it's a strategy. You should know how to implement patience in trading. If you really don't have patience in trading, believe me, you will have a lot of flaws in your trading. And believe me, it is not very good once you trade without patience. Patience is where the money is, right? So always be patient in the market, right? Always be patient. This is a very nice strategy, and believe me, if you can implement this strategy on your day-to-day trading, you will always get a winner or a banker trade, right? So basically, this is what I'm anticipating for the market to give me for this coming week. I'm waiting for the market to give me a buy, right? My bias is a buy, but if the market doesn't give us that, good and fine. Good and what? Fine. We are not the one driving the market, we are anticipating. So basically, this is what I'm anticipating. So if you find this video helpful, do it to give it a thumbs up, and also smash the notification icon and subscribe, so whenever I drop a nice content like this, you'll be the first person to get the video. So when else we meet again, I wish you guys a happy trading and peace.